Viewer, I hope you'll join me briefly for a moment of silence in the name of the massive L Nate Robinson took the other night. Okay, moment's over. Time to make jokes at his expense. Hi again, guys, and welcome back to boxing. It's almost December and Boxing Day is coming up, but some people just can't wait till then and want to put the gloves on now. People like Mike Tyson, who's been out of the sport for 30 years after being banned and started his own league just so he could do it again. His coming out of retirement to fight Roy Jones Jr. was a bigger deal than the Death Star and made that event a historic night. But somehow, the thing from it people are talking about the most and will probably remember for the longest time is Jake Paul, because of course he is. It makes so much sense that this is happening that it hurts. And hey, you're gonna get hurt if you don't subscribe with notifications on right now, unless you are already subscribed, in which case I will metaphorically give you a soothing and non-invasive massage. Jake had a co-headline fight against ex-NBA star Nate Robinson, who has never boxed before, and it showed. Jake just wiped the floor with him, like he stuck Nate's head in the janitor bucket and used him like a mop in a middle school hallway, just using him to get all the gum and spittle off the ground.
Oh my God! Lord, he's trying to get
Yep, it was brutal. I was just imagining the Mortal Kombat x-rays the entire time. It was like a McDonald's kitchen with how much meat hit the floor. Jake Paul is known for having an ego bigger than Jupiter, but to his credit, he was very humble in regards to Nate during the post-fight interview. He just gave Nate his props, said that he had a legendary basketball career, and that he didn't want to take anything away from the guy. He still said he wanted to fight Conor McGregor, but hey, baby steps, followed by turning around and actively walking back your progress by choice. I think the most entertaining part of this whole thing was the aftermath, just how unforgiving and ruthless Twitter was towards Nate Robinson. Like, they beat this dude into the dirt even worse than Jake did, and unfortunately, I laughed at it a lot. Nate Robinson is thankfully okay though, so I don't have to feel too guilty. And if I'm being honest, Snoop Dogg's commentary pretty much spelt the end for Nate from the very start. As soon as the third knockdown happened, I'm pretty sure Snoop just broke out into funeral hymns. That just primed everyone watching it to have fun with this situation first and foremost. Whoever thought of getting Snoop to do the commentary needs to be given a raise, a vacation, and health insurance for the rest of their life. Keep that dude alive and working for you as long as you goddamn can, because he is the reason this event was so fucking good. On Instagram, there was the hashtag Nate Robinson challenge, where everybody strikes their best face on the canvas pose. I'm imagining if you saw all this shit without having any context, just a bunch of pictures of bodies laying lifelessly on the floor, you'd probably think you walked into a cult's final meeting. Wiz Khalifa was at the fight, and it seemed like he had a good time. The fights were amazing. Nate got caked. Good shit to all the fighters. Of all the things to single out, just Nate got caked. In between saying how much fun you were having and congratulating everyone who participated. That tweet just oozes disappointment, but also laughter. A lot of people were let down by these results because they were rooting for Nate. I was rooting for him, but I was still pretty sure he was gonna lose. Like, Jake has had years of training at this point, and it doesn't sound like he's put the brakes on that at all during quarantine. And despite the training disparity, thanks to Twitter, we got to see shock and awe develop in real time.
He is making his professional debut here tonight.
Let's go. Well, medical attention now being administered, and this is again why you wonder these celebrity-type matchups, Israel, they bring the crowd.
Now, it's not lost on me how funny it is that the same guy who made the Everyday Bro song is now technically an undefeated 2-0 professional boxer, and I hate to say it, but I benefit from that. People might not collapse a lung from laughter when I tell them what I do for a living now. Man, these YouTubers not fucking around. Last thing Nate heard was make sure you like and subscribe before he went down. Those last words must have been ringing in his ears, just like that notification bell you should be clicking on. People brought up a newly relevant tweet from Nate back in 2011 when he was closer to Jake's age. Dude said, nap time. Yeah, I bet you regret taking that nap now. I bet you feel super embarrassed about sleeping for 10 minutes almost a decade ago, Nate. That's time you could have been training for the fight you didn't know you were gonna do 10 years down the line. I bet it'll teach you never to sleep again. Every time he tries to go to bed, he remembers the feeling of the floor on his face and just shoots awake in panic. His wife comes to comfort him. Shh, it's okay, Nate. Jake's not here. He can't hurt you anymore. That is really the shit that scares me the most, man. Like, maybe someday I'll get knocked out cold in front of a couple million people, and then somebody is gonna dig into my old tweets for the one time I decided to share that I took a nap with the world. That shit'll get held over me forever, especially now that I've made this video. I still can't believe that former presidential candidate Andrew Yang watched Nate get clarted right along with us. Nate Robinson is still awesome in my book. Well, it's too bad that Twitter ain't your book, Mr. Yang. We know he follows this internet shit, but it opens the floodgates for any number of other internet things Andrew Yang may have been keeping an eye on. Like, what if he just lives on r/livestream fails in his free time? Nate Robinson's soul marching into Black Twitter to try and plead his case after the Jake Paul knockout.
That day is going to come.
when the sky is cracked and Jesus Christ comes again, and every eye will see him when he come again. So here's how.
No context could explain why that man is flying on wires in the middle of church. Trust me, God was telling me that I needed to do this shit. It's not because it was really fun, I swear. Nate Robinson is still technically breathing, but these memes just treat him like he's fucking dead. And I'm sure to a lot of people, he might as well be fucking dead. Like people said, that's a wrap, time to add him to the Heaven Collage meme. Have a good one up there, Pate, because we are done with you down here. I was looking at this picture of him laid out next to the Toy Story characters when Andy comes into the room, and I was thinking that if you do rotate him a little bit, he kinda does look like the Travis Scott McDonald's toy. I've seen Nate Robinson's pseudo-corpse put into more places than I can count, so more than 5. Nate Robinson a millionaire, but sleeping outside for a PS5. Come on, man, you know PlayStations are a pain in the ass to get because of those scalpers who keep scooping them up. Apparently resellers now have more PS5 stock than official retailers, so if Nate wants a PlayStation bad enough to sleep outside the GameStop for it, I say we let him have it. Nate also happens to be the one guy who always dies in the generator room on Mob of the Dead. You have had 7 years to learn the layout of this map, and you are still dying in this room. Put the ray gun back in the box so somebody who knows how to use the damn thing can get their hands on it instead. The dude really can't catch a break anywhere though. He had an auto tweet that only gets sent out when he posts to Instagram, and even the replies there are just tearing ribcage deep into him, man. Just posted a photo. Posted from Instagram. Boy, you took a fat L. Hey, you're finally awake. Bruh, your clothing brand is finished. No one is ever going to wear that after what happened. That was just evil. Lex Luthor wrote that tweet. The Legion of Doom sat around their villainous conference table, and after planning their next shitty film reboot, they pulled up the Nate Robinson fight and brainstormed what their official response would be. It was this tweet. The response was that tweet. Now, if you thought TikTok was gonna show Nate any mercy, what universe do you live in? It sounds way nicer over there. Regardless, Mr. Robinson is getting clowned over trying to order a Big Mac now.
I'm ready to order. Hey, what's up? Nate Robinson. Yeah, can I get a Big Mac? Or what? What do you mean, or what? Can I have a Big Mac? What you gonna do if I don't give you the Big Mac?
Nate Robinson's gonna be the one guy that retail employees aren't afraid to mess with. Oh, you want me to check out your groceries, huh? What if I don't? Come behind the counter. Scan the checks mix yourself if you want it so bad, pussy. At Fortnite Funny tried to get in on the action, having a teammate do their best to revive Nate. This meme sucks absolute shit. I just can't believe I found an account actually called Fortnite Funny. Another thing I found that I just can't believe is r/Jake Paul. And while it's only barely bigger than my subreddit, it's been something of a war zone in there since the fight. Except all the dead bodies are still just Nate Robinson. JJ gonna kill him, says one user, but it looks like he's actually about to go in for a passionate kiss. We have another one here from Lex Luthor, just absolutely violating Nate with these tweets.
Or Nate Robinson. I think it's Nate.
Yeah, he got dunked on alright. Nate's boxing stats might as well officially be 0-2 with the way Twitter is treating him. Nate Robinson, doing this for my NBA brothers and kids. His NBA brothers and kids. That is the look of children whose parents got them the wrong console for Christmas. Mom, I wanted the other $500 piece of plastic that has barely any games that aren't out on other systems on it. But Mr. Robinson gave an update on his Instagram, and like I said earlier, thankfully he is okay. And like Jake Paul said, despite all the dunking on and losing pretty hard, it still does take a lot of balls to step out into the ring. He put it all on the line, definitely lost it, but was still willing to take that chance, so massive respect to Nate, and I'm glad to hear he's alright. I hope if he chooses to box again that he stays safe. Anyways, that's gonna do it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to drop a like and subscribe with notifications on if you know what's good for you. I stream on twitch.tv/Kwite. Who knows, I might even be streaming after this video. Come hang if you don't want to miss out, because you definitely are missing out by not being there. You can follow me on Twitter at Kwite, on Instagram at Kwite.png. Anyways, this has been Kwite, and I'll see you guys next time.